Hello, this is Mr. Chabry. We're here with a battle where we're bringing some of our older Pokemon forward. Of course, Pokemon Home has dropped not too long ago, and that means some Pokemon that we used back in Sun and Moon are now here. And the big Pokemon I really want to use in this game is going to be Incineroar. I want to get some use out of that Pokemon now. Now that it is available to us. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this battle. We're going to wait for the opponent to select their team, but I'm bringing some Pokemon that I've had for a while. We're going to try out Rotom. Which one? Rotom Grass. I want to try that one out. You're going to see. All right, here we go. Rotom Grass, we got that. Araquanid with the Sash. We got Bisharp with a Life Orb, Mantine Leftovers. We got our Corsola here, and up here Mr. Whiskers, who hasn't been in a game for a while. This person's bringing legendaries. Great. What do I want to do? I want to slow my opponent down. It looks like my opponent has some fast Pokemon, so Araquanid's probably the best thing to lead off with. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's obvious that we're not going to get an OU style match here. Remember, I'm not going to Dynamax unless my opponent Dynamaxes. But we're going to be trying to play it this way. I think my opponent will end up Dynamaxing, mainly from the fact that he's brought some legendaries. He's brought the Zacian, and he's brought Eternatus, sorry. But I think we should be fine. We got some special bulk. Unfortunately, they're both water types, our especially bulky mons. But we do have Incineroar, who's got the Assault Vest. I think that would be okay for us. But let's see here. Let's see how well we do. See how well we do in the face of legendaries. Of course, I'm going to lead off with Araquanid. If I can get Sticky Webs up, that's going to be very helpful. Here we see Zacian right off the bat. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. I don't have counter or anything like that, but that would be nice to have. This thing's probably going to be pretty fast too, so let's get Sticky Web. Of course, Hidden Power is not available in Sword and Shield. The Pokemon you send forward that have it, they still have Hidden Power, but you're not able to use it, which I think is really odd. It's a very odd thing for them to do. I don't know why they took it out of the game, but it's there. We got a Swords Dance, unfortunately. Of course, I can't do anything to stop that. We're going to go ahead and get Sticky Webs going. I think I have to go for a Liquidation here. Try to reduce this thing's attack. I think that's my best forward. We're going to see a Moonblast, oddly enough. We just saw this thing boost its attack, but it's going Moonblast. So I don't know what that was for. But we get we get a lot of damage. And the defense has dropped. Alright, yeah. But unfortunately, if my opponent does go for an offensive move on us, we're probably, or a physically offensive move, we're probably going to lose Araquanid here, but Araquanid has done its job. It's going to be a Behemoth Blade. I think that's a Steel-type move. And it's probably still going to take us out with oh! We actually barely survive, which is really nice. I was actually expecting us to go down there because of the attack boost that this thing has. We just take it down with the next Liquidation. And Araquanid, we're just going to let Araquanid go down to whatever comes in. There's no reason to keep this thing around. My opponent's going to kind of decide what Pokemon can come out and take down Araquanid. Like I said, the main Pokemon I want to use in this one is Incineroar. I love that Incineroar is back, and it is such a good Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be an amazing Pokemon in the 8th generation. It was amazing in the 7th generation, and it's going to be amazing here. We're going to see Eternatus here. you don't really you don't really realize how small this thing, unless the thing's actually smaller than I've always thought. Magic Coat, that bounces back status moves. I don't know if it would go for a status move. Probably not. We're just going to go for a liquidation. Pretty sure we're going to go down here anyway. There's no reason not to do that. I don't know enough what Eternatus could do. I'm fairly positive it's not going to be like a status spreader, so we'll go for a liquidation. If anything, get a defense drop, get some chip damage, and hopefully, bring in something to revenge kill. We're going to see a Sludge Wave here. Nothing too groundbreaking. We lose Araquanid, but Araquanid has done its job. Its job was to get the sticky webs going. We see that thing is Life Orbed. Could go Mr. Whiskers, but I like the idea. This thing's actually kind of annoying for me. I could Sucker Punch. I'd probably get a lot of damage on this thing. But I feel like going Mr. Whiskers here would be pretty, a decent play. And we can Earthquake, get an Intimidate, which not going to matter with this guy. This thing is a special attacker. We can go ahead and Earthquake. Don't see my opponent switching out. I think we're going to... Oh, there's Toxic Spike. So, earlier I could have gotten that if my opponent went for that instead. And wow, that is... Eternatus has some decent bulk. I don't think I've got anything to absorb that up. I do have a Defogger with Mantine, but I want to get rid of Eternatus before I try to defog. Which I'm going to go ahead and Earthquake, and depending on what my opponent brings in, we're going to have to go into our Mantine. I don't want to see Toxicity come in. Toxicity. Wow, that is a mouthful. But yeah, that thing is very scary, and I'm hoping my opponent doesn't send it in because I've been Earthquaking this whole time. And I've got the Assault Vest, so I can take pretty much anything that thing goes for. We're going to see Charizard instead. Now, I want to go ahead and U-turn here. I'm pretty sure I can take anything this Charizard goes for, and as my opponent does go for the Dynamax, that proves that, yeah, we're going to go for a Dynamax later too. Just so, it's an even playing field. We're just going to go ahead and U-turn out. Probably going to take a nasty hit. A Max Quake. Okay. That's going to be from Earthquake. And luckily for us, we actually take that pretty well. We're going to see it get a boost in special defense. And now, do we really want to go... Actually, Rotom with Thunderbolt would be nice. And then maybe get a free switch into Mantine. I think so. I think I could defog too here. But I need Rotom to be offensive because Mantine's not very offensive at all. I need to save Mantine with that Haze. I need to save that Haze. Yeah, I need to save that Haze. We're going to go ahead and Thunderbolt. Actually, let's Volt Switch so we can get Mantine in on a Fire type move. I think that's probably best case scenario here. Because this thing is obviously going to take a Fire type move. Alright, G-Max Wildfire. Alright, nice. We are slower too. Wow, that does a lot of damage there, the actual fires. What I could do here is Roost, and then Haze next turn. And I think I want to do that. Roost, then Haze. So that way my opponent loses their Dynamax. My opponent loses that Dynamax. And then I can go ahead and just haze away all these stat boosts that my opponent has. Unfortunately, that fire is going to really be really annoying. Mantine is so good with its bulk. It really is. Let's go ahead and defog here. I don't see anything my opponent can do. I don't see any way my opponent can actually do a lot of damage to my Mantine. Outrage might actually do... No, it's not going to do anything. Wow. Alright, and we get rid of that stat boost. Unfortunately, there goes the sticky webs, but I think it's worth it. And the disconnect. Alright, sorry, dude. We didn't really get to show off our Incineroar there, but yeah, there was no way that we were losing that one. There was no way. I just wish it would count it as a win when the opponent just disconnects like that, you know? Because, I mean, I'm still here. I'm still connected online. But anyway, if you like that, we're going to get some more battles going forward. If you like that, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Hopefully we get people that aren't going to DC. Because, yeah, that's kind of annoying. But if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe.